Well, right now, campaign 2012, less than 24 hours from the first presidential debate. Both men practicing for one night that just might define the 2012 presidential race.
Time and time again in presidential debates, one misstep or blown comment could ultimately decide the election. Heidi Hatch reports from Denver tonight that body language is something you should be aware of during tomorrow's big debate.
Mark and Shauna, the stage has been set. Now all we need are the debaters. President Barack Obama and also Governor Mitt Romney, they've both been practicing ad nauseum for this debate. But here's the problem. No matter how much you practice, at some point, body language can sometimes speak louder than your words, and it can oftentimes be enough to kill a campaign.
I've been there now.
September 26, 1960, the first ever televised presidential debate ushered in a new era where appearances mattered more than ever.
The goals are the same for all Americans.
John F. Kennedy, a young senator from Massachusetts, faced off against Vice President Richard Nixon. He was known to be a fierce debater, but on screen, Kennedy looked calm, cool, and collected, while Nixon seemed uncomfortable and super sweaty under the studio lights. Nixon floundered in all 4 debates and went on to lose the election. A body language expert tells us sweating can tell you what's going on behind the soundbite. She'll be watching both President Obama and Governor Romney tomorrow night to see if they can keep the sweat at bay.
If you watch these guys' heads, because both of them have big foreheads, you can all of a sudden notice a glisten there, and that's another giveaway for either that they're stressed or that they're telling a lie.
Nixon was the first to fall victim, but body language has made a difference in presidential debates year after year. Take, for example, George H.W. Bush caught glancing at his watch.
When you're uncomfortable, when you want the interaction to end, you're going to look at your watch to see how much more time you have.
Whether they're over it or not, both men have to keep their head in the game. Just ask Al Gore, who lost to George W. Bush. Could his never-ending sighs during his debate been a catalyst?
It's a little bit of, it can be being flustered, and it can be, hey, you know what, let's get out of here.
Romney and Obama have both been practicing for weeks, but
it's going to break down at some point. The body cannot lie.
Our expert says watch first for the handshake before the debate ever begins.
And I bet you that handshake that they have on stage is going to be the firmest handshake in the history of the planet.
Then watch to see what their other hand does if it grips the other's arm.
In this case, it's a sign of, hey, I'm trying to control you, buddy.
If you want to see who's feeling confident in what they have to say, look for them to turn from the cameras.
When they're facing each other, they're being direct with what they want to say, and they're almost going for the jugular.
And that's when it really gets good. Right now, it seems that President Obama is going in with the upper hand with some higher polling numbers in some states right now. Romney, on the other hand, really needs to push Obama, a lot of people say, off of his talking points so that he can end up the winner of this debate. We'll be keeping a close eye on it live from Denver. I'm Heidi Hatch. Back to you, Mark and Shauna.
And you can watch the presidential debate live here on Channel 2 tomorrow. CBS is